Got this unhooked so we can do the testing, wipe some of that crud out. Trying to get some of this battery clamp here. You can see how nice and corroded it was. Well, it broke off, which is really wonderful. All right, another Generac with a carrier branded sticker on it that's not wanting to run. Somebody was out here and was supposed to do something to it, and they said it wouldn't run. Supposedly don't have spark. So let's see what's going on with this thing. Number one thing that takes these out is the batteries. Yeah, look at all that corrosion and stuff there. That crap right there, that's going to cause poor starting capabilities. Let's see where we're at on our oil. So hard to tell. Looks to me like it's about where it needs to be at. He said something about it not sparking, so I went ahead and grabbed my spark tester. This thing actually measures the gap. You got to have so many thousands of volts to be able to jump a gap. I've tried the little spark when it blinks and stuff like that. I don't feel as though they're as accurate. Now it's going to be really hard to see out here with the sun being as strong as it is. We'll go ahead and kick that onto there. Let's go ahead and kill the fuel. That way when we're doing this, that we're not dumping fuel in there. Okay, at least they've got a stop over here. That's quite interesting. Oh, we siliconed it on there. That's pretty nice. That's some strong silicone. That's why I would do it. Hell yeah. I mean, I might even use a wire tie, because those work really good too. Got it about the 12,000 mark. I think that's about where they said. I can't remember without looking it up. Let's take a peek and see if we got an arc. Ready? Okay, so we have a spark there, so that was not, that one's working fine. Let's see the other one. Got it to just barely stay on there. We'll see if we can block the sun here and see if we can get a spark before it knocks it off. Yeah, it didn't work so well. You're not gonna be able to catch that on camera, I'll tell you about it. So we felt the spark just fine and seen it too. Checking our water level. Water levels are important, especially on some of these generators like this one that has a crappy battery charger on it. These old ones were a bad design. Everything about them was bad. They had independent battery charger, independent voltage regulator. It was their starter series, I feel as though. I mean, they've been around forever, but in 2005, 2006, that's when this design was pretty popular. Maybe 2009-ish, because this has got the servo on it and it might even have choke. They started out very primitive. No choke, no servo, all spring controlled, and they didn't start for crap in the wintertime. And this got a little bit better when they added some of these other things to it. So if you're here watching because you want to try to avoid calling the Generac guy, I understand, but I'm not tech support. See that right there? That right there is not a good idea. You want to keep that bin up just a little bit, just enough that you got a gap, a little bit of a gap, just a little bit. That'll keep it from freezing in place. That guy's, it's very little to do with what's going on probably today, possibly, but they did say it didn't start. And although the battery looks about, you know, halfway decent, that's not the issue there either. Let's see what's going on with the fuel system. It's pretty much, you gotta have fuel, spark, and compression here, you know, and the thing should start and run. Go ahead and turn our fuel back on, get that battery put back together. I went ahead and grabbed my dedicated generator bag. We're gonna check the battery specific gravity. This kind of tells us whether or not it's charging properly. This is the most accurate way of doing it because you can actually see what the electrolytes are doing. So we're looking pretty good there, 12.75. Go over to the next one, almost 1300, which if you don't get a good level of water in there equally across, it will be different. So like, see, it didn't go all the way up. Do it again, boom, 1300. So this battery looks like it's fully charged. Let's go ahead and do this one here. It's almost 1300. We're just probably going to add some water to this and we'll be able to move on. See, it didn't go all the way up. Do it again. Do it one more time. Get it up there to that level where it should be at. And we're at 1300, which is fully charged. That's good. and about 1300 area if I had the water level all the way up. So you want to make sure you rinse your gauge out. You don't want that acid crap getting on anything either, so I always rinse that out after I get done. We'll go ahead and add some water, which I've got my little dauber here. So get that up to the bottom of each one of those plastic things there. And I'm gonna need to grab another one yet. I got the water levels up. I'm gonna go ahead and clean this up just a touch. Also grab my digital tester there, and we'll check to see how the battery fares by digital testing. Got this unhooked so we can do the testing, wipe some of that crud out. Trying to get some of this battery clamp here. You can see how nice and corroded it was. Well, it broke off, which is really wonderful. So we got that off. We're gonna have to put a new one of those on. I hate using those generic screw down ones, but that's about all I can get nowadays. Got the analyzer hooked on. This is a generic one, but basically we're doing a quick test here at 540 at 0 cold crankings, coming in good. Coming in at 450, so it's 100 crankings below, it's 70%. Battery's got 6 mega ohms on it. It's saying good. It's obviously starting to show its age. We're gonna go ahead and let it go for now. It's not our primary problem. We've got our fuel regulator back here in the back. We'll probably end up having to check gas pressure when it's all said and done. Let's see if I got one of those clamps. I think I have one. Kind of annoying. You know, I'm on to bigger and better things now, and I just don't care to do it. Everybody and their brother's doing it now, and so you would think the electricians would take care of this, but they don't. That don't look very good. Jeez. All I had is a red for positive. Looks like it'll fit just fine. I've got some spray paint. We'll go ahead and paint it black. Let's go ahead and get that thing chopped out of there. There's that. Well, we got it clamped down about as good as you're gonna get it. I'm not gonna spray it in advance because I don't want paint in between my terminal and the clamp. So I'm gonna spray it once I've got it on there. So we'll get that on there and then we'll spray it. Got it in place, got the red protector stuff on there. Then we got the other one painted, which don't look too bad. You know, it's gonna work. Nobody sees it in there. I like to make it look as good as possible, but at this point, I don't have anything else, and I'm not gonna make a special run just for a battery terminal. Let's go ahead and kick this thing on. See if the choke opens and closes like it's supposed to. Let's go ahead and put it in manual. They do have power, so we're just making sure that it works. I think we were out here for a PM on the air conditioner over there, and I don't know if this was included in it or not, but let's take a look. Now, if I stuck my 2 fingers in there and it sucked that fuel through nice and fast, it probably worked just fine. But we're gonna go ahead and play the game. They always wanna know what your gas pressure is. Let's go ahead and check that. Let's see what we got. Look at that, 7.5 inches. Makes me think this has been a problem in the past. That really wouldn't surprise me. And like I was saying, I don't make these videos for homeowners. I make